Hello there, YouTube. I am Necrostevo, and it is time for our third battle in the Pokemon Premier League. This week, we are up against J. Ricky, who can bring his Mega Frostlass, Talonflame, Primarina, Kommo-o, Scizor, Liepard, Galarian Slowking, Alolan Raichu, Crocodile, Chestnut, and Aegislash to bear against the shadows. I will do a quick and dirty team builder because I'm already making this amazing trainer wait. We have our Fringard Mousehold here with just max speed, max HP, Follow Me, Population Bomb, Crunch, and Protect. This is good alongside basically any member on our team this week, and Population Bomb, even without Technician, can do a fair amount of damage to just about everything on the team, bar the Steel and the Ghost types. After that, we have our Mega Meowstic. This is for version, or rather, type 1 of the team. Expanding Force, Psychic Terrain, Alluring Voice, and Rain Dance. Rain Dance allows us to get rid of his Snow if he brings a Mega Frostlass. That'll stop him from setting up his Aurora Veil. It'll also lower the accuracy of his Blizzards. And just Expanding Force and Psychic Terrain is just good neutral coverage against the whole team, bar his 2 Dark types, which is why we have Alluring Voice. We also have Mega Gengar. One of our first leads will be the Mega Gengar and our Armarouge. Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Taunt, and Sludge Wave is there in order to hopefully shut down the Talonflame of using its Tailwind. I am going to bring Sludge Wave this week so that we aren't completely walled by the likes of Chestnut. And almost all of our other Pokemon have Protect in order to avoid damage from the Sludge Wave. Speaking of Archaludon, we have our nice and bulky Archaludon this week, Draco Meteor, Flash Cannon, Electroshock, and Protect, alongside either the Mousehold or the Meowstic. This right here can throw off a lot of damage. The speed tiering is a little bit weird in this battle, and so instead of trying to go for the speed tie alongside the Kommo-o, we just have enough speed to always outspeed max speed Primarina, and then we're going to go from there. We have our Armor Cannon, Expanding Force, Heat Wave, and Psychic. Weird set, but this is a Choice Scarf Armarouge. Which, did I give it a Choice Scarf? Okay, I did. And this is going to be one of the possible leads. It also can work alongside Meowstic with the Expanding Force, Psychic Terrain, just like it has here. But Armor Cannon is just so strong that it can just drop several things on the opposing side. And Psychic is there in case I need to lock in at something that's not Expanding Force. And then finally, we have our Tauros. We have a few Pokemon on my opponent's side of the field that don't want to be intimidated, and Raging Bull can also break the screens if my opponent sets those up. This is going to be one of those battles where I wish I had the regular Tauros, I think, but the fighting type is going to be really, really nice here. So we are going to go right into the battle from here. 3-7. Boom. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in here. And we're going to start off by seeing what our opponent has. Let me make sure I have the right team here. I do. So we are ready to get in there. J. Ricky has been waiting for us for a minute. So I'm just going to click Remind Me Later on this screen. Go away. Okay. Windows pop-ups for the win. I remember last time I did not click Remind Me Later, and that joint stayed up on my screen for a while. So I know we can expect the Mega Frostlass here. Probably the Talonflame, I would imagine. I think against a Gengar oh, he did not bring the Chestnut. Okay, we do see the Kommo-o. The Crocodile. And we see the Scizor and the Primarina. So what don't we see in this matchup here? Alright. Of course we don't see the Chestnut, which I think is probably one of the biggest things. We also don't see the Liepard, which is nice, no fake out there. We don't see the Aegislash, which is also nice. I don't have to play the King Shield shenanigans. And wait, he brought his top 6 plus Crocodile is basically what he brought. Instead of the light part, he brought the Crocodile. So, man, I didn't expect him to bring that. I kind of want to lead off with Tauros. Let's go with what I told myself I'd be bringing. He has more physical attackers, so I am going to bring... Let's try the other mode first, where I have the Meowstic and the Armarouge here. Because this should... I'm expecting him to at least try to do Blizzard spam against what I brought. Because I don't really have an Ice Resist, right? Because I didn't bring Politoed. So he leads Talonflame Crocodile. Okay. This is not ideal. It would have been good here to have Tauros out first to lower the damage that the Crocodile could do. And I don't have a good way. He is totally going to get a free Earthquake off here. He could be worried about me having Wide Guard, but yeah, he basically gets a free knock off here. And I can't really stop it from happening. Mousehold would have been good to have here in the opening slot, honestly. I think I want to Mega Evolve and taunt the Talonflame to stop the Tailwind. And I think I just want to get Armarouge out of here. Armor Cannon is not going to KO Crocodile, I am pretty sure. And so let's just try to swap in the Mousehold here as we Mega Evolve and taunt to stop the Tailwind. And then that will also mean that my Mousehold is faster than the Crocodile, which should be trapped on the field. And with Fringard, I am thinking that he won't be able to KO Mega Gengar immediately. So we're going to Mega Evolve. We see that he stays here. And he... Oh man, he has a very, very fast Talonflame. Or he did bring the Gale Wind ability. That high horsepower did a ton of damage. So that did not work out there. I thought he'd go Flame Body and just go with a speedy Talonflame, but it looks like he went with Gale Wings instead. So yeah, I think here I just want to Dazzling Gleam. Or I could also swap out here. This is really bad with the Tailwind up, honestly. Dazzling Gleam looks good here just for damage, and then I can just protect my Mousehold. I think he might continue to go for high horsepower, because see there he went for it expecting me to go for the Wide Guard, I believe. Let's go on the offensive here, and let's see what happens. Because since he's just... Okay, that's not great. That means if he goes for Earthquake, he is going to KO both here, I believe. What do we have? He does just go for Earthquake. Man. Yeah, I really lost out on that lead scenario there, which is just not great overall. So I could have swapped out there, but... Okay, so if I get all 10 hits here, I actually could feasibly... Okay, no, I get 4 hits. I was going to say, if I get all 10 hits, I could feasibly finish it off, but that did not happen right there. And now we have 2 Pokemon that are weak to Dark out here against a Pokemon that can just basically spam Dark-type moves, so not great. He's definitely going to be faster. So I think I'm going to try being the operative word here, to bring out the Meowstic. And I am just going to go for the Alluring Voice into the Crocodile, and we are going to protect here, because he can just keep going for those Earthquakes. So yeah, we're just going to protect right here. We haven't really even gained that much information other than knowing that the Talonflame is Gale Wings now. And he's just going to go for Earthquake, so... Oh, he goes for Knockoff. That's not going to KO me. And that's because of the Mega Stone there. Although, it does still get the damage boost, but... oh, that did... Oh, so he's definitely bulky, because I checked the calcs before this battle, and it looked like an Alluring Voice could 2-shot it. So that is very, very notable there. So I think here... I think I'm going to try for an Alluring Voice. and try for the follow me. I think has to be the play, right? He's just going to overheat again, unfortunately. I could hard swap into this, but if he earthquakes, that's pretty much game, right? Yeah. And he's going to attack it anyway, so we're going to try for the population bomb in the event that he does not. But yeah, he doesn't really have... Oh. Okay, well if he goes for the earthquake, he'll get both here, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so that game 1 is a wash there. So in game number 2, the adjustment that I would want to make, because I definitely thought he'd be going Mega Frostlass Talonflame. I could even see the Mega Frostlass Komodo, and I really focused down too much on trying to stop the Tailwind via taunt, when he just utilized the Gale Wings version of things. So we're gonna go out here. And if he has Primarina in the back, it really won't help me to be locked into Heat Wave, but that's my only option here, functionally. The Talonflame is absolutely chipped down, and so it won't have the Gale Wings ability because it's not at 100 HP. And here he will also find out that I'm Scarfed, which is unfortunate. We don't pick up the KO on the Crocodile, which is really annoying. So that thing is very bulky, is what we just found out right there, which we kind of knew from the Alluring Voice damage. And we do see the Earthquake come out. So yeah, so Tauros would have been amazing on lead because I could have just immediately targeted down the Crocodile. So yeah, that is good information there. Okay, so Gengar went 0-1. Mousehold went 0-1. Our Armarouge went 0-1. And went on his side of the battle. So we really have to bring it back here in game 2. I really flubbed it by not having Tauros immediately in that game 1. That was just unfortunate. If I bring those, then I'm basically hosed against the Primarina. So with Gengar and... This is tough here. Because I need something to hit the Komodo. Which could be... I mean, it is 4 times weak to the Alluring Voice. So we're going to bring... That will also give me a possible secondary Psychic Terrain mode. So we're basically just trying... so Tauros, Gengar, Meowstic. Okay, so this time he leads with what I thought he'd lead in game 1. But I think that the result might have honestly been the same. This is definitely worse for me because with my lead last time, I at least would have been able to do something. I don't know. Here, I just don't like my odds at all. We're going to try to Throat Chop and just go for the Flash Cannon here, because he's going to... He could also just protect the Frostlass, though, is the other annoying thing. So maybe attacking down the Talonflame is a better call here, because he's going to try to go for... Okay, let's just go for damage. We're going to break that Gale Wings, and we're going to Draco the Talonflame too. The thinking here is that I think he might Mega Evolve and Protect and set up the Tailwind, because the Frostlass is definitely the bigger threat in this situation. So do we see Protect is the real question. We do not. Ah, man. Okay, so I called that wrong. And so I think Blizzard here might just pick up a KO on our Caledon, I'm pretty sure. So that does mean our Caledon goes down without doing anything. But we do bring to Gengar now, which is pretty nice overall. So what do we do here though? Because he's definitely faster. Or no, he's not faster. There is no Tailwind. It's just the snow. Yeah. Let's try to protect. He still hits both in the rain with the 70% accurate, so that Gambit did not pay off. I was trying to see if I could get my Tauros to hit that Crocodile, because it would have been next in the speed order for sure. And he just goes for Earthquake, which if Tauros had made it out of that turn, I definitely would have been able to do something there. But yeah, I basically lost out to leads in both battles, is what that situation was. In game 1, I didn't have the Tauros out, so I couldn't stop the Crocodile. I didn't even bring the Tauros to the battle. In game 2, I brought the Tauros, but then he brought the lead that I kind of expected in game 1, and it just all kind of snowballed, to use poor terminology, from there. But thank you very much, J. Ricky, for the battle. You played basically flawlessly. There's nothing that happened there that I really could have done for anything against it. Very happy to battle J. Ricky as always. I don't think I've beaten J. Ricky before, so we will have to continue our journey in the quest to beat J. Ricky in the future. Now, the PPL is only a 5-week season, and this is week number 3, and we've lost 2 and won 1. So last 2 weeks, we really have to get some wins on the board if we want to even have a shot at playoffs. And I am really liking my team. When I take it to the ladder just to try out the sets that I've made, it does pan out quite nicely. But we just have to keep on working on some things. There are some personal things happening on my side that are kind of taking up my mindset right now, but that is okay. We persevere. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next battle. Goodbye everyone.